Greetings campers, good morning, welcome to Farmeritaville. I think my camera lens is a little foggy. It's humid today. I just got out of the car and the camera lens looks like it's fogging up. Let me see if I can fix that. It may do it again, we'll see. But anyway, good morning from Universal Studios, Florida. I can't tell you how excited I am to be here today. This is an unexpected last-minute trip. Today is Tuesday, August 29th. That means we're 3 days from HHN. 3 days! And one thing I noticed is interesting, the medallion's gone. They hung the HHN medallion and now it's not there. I was here for dinner last night at City Walk. It was there, now it's not. So maybe they're changing it out, updating the logo. They had a generic logo, so maybe now they have one more reflective of the theme this year. I don't know. Point is, we're here and there's so much crap that's gone on since I was last here, and HHN isn't even scratching the surface. I'm gonna get to see the JP Tribute Store, which I'm excited about. The new Minions ride, I'm gonna try to get on and see what that's all about. And there's tons more stuff. So I'm gonna quit yakking and just get in there and do it. I'm excited to be here, let's go. Oh, it's up. It's up, we're in. Look at it, 3 days away. 3 days away. Gonna be good. And Minion Land, oh my gosh. I've seen pictures of all the Scare Zone stuff. I've seen pictures of Minion Land. It's great to see it with my own eyes. We'll get into more of that here in just a minute. Wow, like I just said, so much going on. I'm gonna see what the wait time's like on the Vicious 6 Minions ride first and blow that out of the water. But between a few minutes ago and now, my coffee kicked in. I know exactly why they took the medallion down. Duh, it's because there's supposed to be a hurricane tomorrow. So let's pull big, windy, heavy things down for safety. Come on, Jake, wake up. Villain Con Minion Blast, wait time 5 minutes. Let's do it. I'm going in.
You're watching the Villain Network channel.
This way to evil. Villain Con Minion Blast. That were, I think I got the name right. I can never remember the long names of these rides. That's interesting. Moving walkway, you're shooting at a screen. The gun is totally cordless. Interesting concept. I like that the last scene broke the fourth wall. It tied in, like you're at Universal Studios, you're not really in outer space or wherever. But what I'm fascinated with about this the most is that they're building a Universal Park for kids and families in my neck of the woods. And this is exactly the type of attraction that might show up there because it's all geared towards, well, you know, young people. And this is definitely a family attraction. It's also a people eater. It's just a constant moving walkway. So imagine the conga lines of an HHN house, but with the floor moving as well. So I imagine this thing can do well over 1,000 people an hour, and that's a good thing. And we'll just do a quick walk down the facades here of the whole Minion Land, Bake My Day Cafe, and all the other snack places. It's too early in the morning for lunch. I'm also not much of a sweets kind of guy or a foodie. I like table service, fancy pants restaurants. Seen a lot of people getting excited about cupcakes and stuff here at Minion Land. Just not my speed, but I'm sure they're wonderful. The theming and the color and the signage is great. And I'm against the grain. I'm not one of the old guys that's bitter Monsters Cafe is gone. It's sad, it's a bummer. But when Epic Universe opens, I'm sure that'll more than make up for it with everything that they're gonna do. This is great. The park's been open about 15-20 minutes and very low crowds. It's a Tuesday, so I kind of expected not to be horrible. And we got our first look at HHN food stands. HHN everything is up. Surfer Boy Pizza. I did not think I would get to see this. I'm an excited 10-year-old right now. This is probably my favorite tribute store ever. I'm an excited little kid right now. One thing I know they always get right is the tiny details, like the ladle. You could put any ladle there and it would sell the moment, but the actual ladle, the shape, the cut of it, it's got to be a commercial stainless steel ladle. And they get all those things right every single time. Same thing with this control panel. Been easy to do generic controls. No, the font has to be the same. The buttons have to be the same. And it's right there. This is me talking over the music that'll get the video flagged. JP Tribute Store, absolutely amazing. I loved it. My favorite tribute store I've seen, aside from maybe one of the HHN ones. Back in the streets of Hollywood, there is HHN stuff, HHN stuff, HHN stuff, HHN stuff, and yet even more HHN stuff. I've never been to one of those places where you put the money in the slot and then you see the naked lady dance behind the glass, kind of a look but can't touch sort of thing, but I can only imagine being here in the park this close to HHN is a similar feeling of look but don't touch. In fact, I guess if you want to get technical, HHN starts tomorrow night, weather pending. Is supposed to be the team member preview night, which means the event is up and running 100%. And we're here. Woo. Now I got to spend the next 2 weeks avoiding all my social media, which is largely theme park stuff. That's all I follow, to avoid spoilers, because it'll be 2 weeks before I actually get back for HHN. Kid Zone is still very torn up. There's a lot of progress going on back there, though. You can see steel work coming up. And this is fascinating to me for a couple of reasons. One is they normally route 2 to 3 houses for HHN. The queues run through here. They use Kidland for the queues. And I don't know how they're going to do that this year. From what we've seen, the houses are in the same spot, so they're going to have to route us into backstage areas a little bit differently. And the other is that what I mentioned earlier with Minions, you know, this is DreamWorks. They've already said this is going to be DreamWorks themed Kid Zone area. And could we see clones of attractions that go in here at the new family park coming to Frisco, Texas? And that would be really fascinating, you know, and it would make sense too. If this is going on to open next year and Frisco's opening in the next year or two, they could be producing multiple clones of the same attraction at the same time. And it looks like back here by ET, there's going to be at least one house entrance back here. This is a signage for a house. The TV would display the wait time. The banner hasn't been put up yet to say which house it is. So it looks like we got one queue that's going to go back this way. Everyone talks about the smell on ET. Right here I can feel the AC leaking out of the building and smell it. The ET forest smell is so permeated, like it's flowing out into the street from the gift shop. And if you guess that I'm riding ET while I'm here, you guessed correctly. Made my way over to Diagon Alley, got a Wizard's Brew. Good strong stout beer. I haven't had that one before, really good. But also I noticed We got some Death Eaters theming that's been dropped over here. This crate has fog, haze in it, and lights. I suspect green lights to shoot across the pathway. So that'll be cool when those start up. All right, caught myself a nice buzz from that Wizard's Brew, drinking before noon on an empty stomach. And Gringo's is posting a 15-minute wait. Everything else has been walk on, so I'm gonna see what Gringo's is like. Because I call it Gringo's. It's really Green Gods. I am a happily married single rider, and this is what the queue of Gringo looks like for single riders right now. Single rider, not single rider. Yeah, I'm just gonna walk straight up to the dock and get on a vehicle. This is freaking awesome. Just got off Green Gots. Peacock Halloween Horror Bar is up now with signage. I believe this is the first day. Yesterday all the signage wasn't up, but this looks fancy. And if the rumors online are to be believed, you get a meet and greet with David S. Pumpkins, which I'm not hip. I don't think I've ever seen the skit. I gotta look it up. Yeah, pushing all the Peacock stuff. Chucky I'm excited about. And now it looks like they've actually got it sectioned off back there, but yeah. More HHN junk. Okay, it's officially painful now. I wish it was HHN. So close. The next 2 weeks are gonna be so hard. Looks like there's some kind of, there's a slide out prop, animatronic or something up in there. But yeah, the next 2 weeks until I can get back for HHN are gonna be painful. I'm gonna have to ignore social media. I don't want any spoilers. And the decor is heavy this year. I feel like there's more stuff out in the streets on a full-time basis than there has been in the last couple of years. They have usually a certain amount that they forklift out each night and then pull it nightly. It looks like there's just a ton of stuff out in the streets this year that's staying out in the streets. I'm gonna spew some nerd on you. That's a statue of Lou Wasserman, and they actually used the body of Abraham Lincoln and put Jay Stein's face on it, but without his glasses. And if you don't know what any of these things mean, Google it and you'll see how much of a nerd I am. I cannot bounce over to the other park before riding the Mummy. I am always asked what my favorite rides are, and it's a three-way tie. I can't pick a favorite. It's like trying to pick your favorite kid. The Mummy, Velocicoaster, and Hagrid's. So those are definitely my three must-ride rides today. Earlier I mentioned stuff that gets dropped off nightly in the scare zone. So for the Vamp 69 zone, here's vehicles, and you can see the fork slots underneath them. So I guess they just store them over here out of the way. This is just right around the corner by the bathrooms and stuff from Sahara Traders. Made it across to IOA, and of course I have to check out the boutique, the year-round mini HHN tribute store, so to speak. I freaking love the boutique, and I spent too much money. And there's a sound you don't hear very often if you just heard it, the siren. Apparently there's an emergency situation. And the fountain is singing along. It's lunchtime, so I stopped in for the aptly named Mythos Margarita at Mythos, and hopefully the weather holds out. Said there was some storms coming this way, but after this, I gotta get on Velocicoaster. Hagrid's is posting a 70-minute wait, but I'm gonna try the single rider. We'll see what happens. All right, after about 25 minutes and very little movement, I'm pulling the plug on single rider, but the app shows 25-minute standby wait on Velocicoaster, so I'm gonna go try that. Then I'll circle back and see how Hagrid's is looking a little bit later.
Let's prepare for your ultimate raptor close encounter.
Woo! Love Velocicoaster. It saves me a trip to the chiropractor every time. The wait has gone down to 50 minutes for Hagrid, so I'm gonna head back over there and see if I can hop on with a more reasonable wait. But at this point, I think I've done everything I want to do today. I'm literally just hanging out until I gotta head to the airport in a little while. Back over on the studios side, right at the front, we have Dr. Oddfellow's wagon. They've got all of the bags and stuff up there. Looks like they have used to hide the pedals. I saw in earlier pictures, it looked like he had multiple activation pedals. So I assume that this actor won't be mic'd. I assume that they've got pre-recorded dialogue. You can actually see one of the pedals right there behind the bags. And I guess that will trigger different audio-visual quotes and whatnot. But a couple more days, we'll find out. Stopped off in Springfield to have myself a duff, and just taking a look at, this is the backside of the Peacock Bar. Spiked Spirits over here. And like I mentioned earlier, it looks like this is going to be the party bar for HHN. There's a lot of lighting and sound gear. There's menus up there that look pretty lengthy. I obviously can't read them from here. And yeah, lots of stuff going on. So party on the water. There's no lagoon show this year. The lagoon is clean. There's no gear out there. Queue is set up, and everything is set up for Nightmare Fuel. Sat down for a minute over here to cool off outside the Fast and the Furious, and Universal dropped the official HHN map this morning. So we know that this is the Chucky house right over here behind Fast and Furious, and the Chucky snack bar is right there in front of it. I am cautiously optimistic about this house. I like the Chucky franchise, the old 80s Chucky movies, and my favorite, Bride of Chucky and Seed of Chucky, with Jennifer Tilly, who stole the show in both of those, which I rewatched not that long ago. So when they announced Chucky last year, it was the first announcement that they made. Back then I was cautiously optimistic because my assumption was it would be fully based on the new TV series. I watched the first season of it. I thought it was okay. It didn't have the same vibe as the movies did, and so I was kind of on the fence about it. So if it was going to be a house completely centered around that, I was not that excited. However, on the Discovery Universal podcast, they interviewed the designers, who said that the concept is basically Chucky, as though he's a real person, has been brought in by Universal to be a spokesperson / mascot for Halloween Horror Nights, and they're giving him his own haunted house. And then Chucky gets in and realizes that, oh wait, y'all are doing this for fun, it's for show? Like, no, I'm serious, I really want to kill people. Hence the name Chucky's Kill Count. So he sees this as an opportunity to up his kill numbers by murdering everybody who comes in to the haunted house for real. The fact that they took the IP character and kind of put an original spin on that has me really excited, and I hope I'm not wrong. If that's really what it's like, I think that is going to be lots of fun. My only disappointment in any Chucky show they've done was the first year I came here in 2009. They had a Chucky house, and they cast small actors as Chucky, but that was it. What I was really hoping for was like some film quality puppets or animatronics of Chucky. They did that in the American Werewolf in London house a few years back. They had fantastic werewolf puppets in that, looked straight out of the movie. And that's my big hope for any Chucky house that they do or ever will do. So we'll see if that's the case. Well, I'm in Five and Dime, and I just did the horror makeup show, and during the horror makeup show, it started storming, and the actors were great improvisers and made hurricane jokes about the storm. On top of that, you could very vividly hear rain and thunder through the building during the show, which really heightened the excitement. But now, looks like it's died down a little. I'm walking through the rain, but it kind of subsided. The first wave of storms passed by before the show let out, and honestly, I don't even care. In Dallas, we've barely had any rain in a month, if at all, really. So, I'm not complaining. It feels nice. It smells nice. It smells like rain out here right now. Looks like I got a nice little window to get to the car, so I should be okay. But this has been a nice surprise visit for me. I did not expect to get here this time of year, so that was nice. And coming back in 2 weeks for HHN. So in the meantime, thank y'all for watching. If you're still watching, if you quit a long time ago, I wouldn't blame you. It's all good. So y'all take care. I will see you soon. And in the meantime, go do stuff. It's fun to go do stuff. I like to go do stuff. That's why I'm here. Take care, everybody.